In the city of angels and dreams, Los Angeles, in one of its less glamorous neighborhoods, on November 11, 1974, the story of a boy who would one day conquer Hollywood began. Leonardo Wilhelm DiCaprio, the child of Irmelin and George, was born under the sign of the artist and fighter, in a family that valued creativity over material wealth. His mother, a German immigrant, and father, a half-Italian, half-American comic book distributor, gave him an unusual name inspired by the genius of Leonardo da Vinci, hoping that their son would one day leave a mark on the world. Leonardo's early life was filled with contrasts. On one hand, there was the artistic freedom and imaginative stories passed on by his parents. On the other, the reality of the poor streets of Los Angeles brought early lessons about life and survival. His family lived modestly, far from the glitz of Hollywood. But it was this background that built Leonardo's resilience and determination. The young DiCaprio showed an early interest in acting, inspired by the diversity of human experience he observed daily. His mother, recognizing her son's talent and passion, would drive him to auditions, tirelessly supporting his dreams despite the financial challenges they faced. His path to stardom was filled with small but significant steps, from commercials for Matchbox cars to roles in television series such as The New Lassie and Santa Barbara. However, the real turning point occurred when he landed a role in the sitcom Growing Pains. As Luke Brower, a troubled teenager who finds a temporary home with the Seaver family, Leonardo shone on the small screen for the first time, capturing the hearts of the American audience. Yet, the true test of his acting skills came with the film This Boy's Life, where he starred alongside Robert De Niro. The role of Tobias Wolff, a young man trapped in a turbulent relationship with his stepfather, was a challenge that DiCaprio accepted with courage and deep emotional honesty. On screen, he created a character so convincing and moving that the world began to realize before them was not just another child actor, but an artist capable of great things. In those formative years, Leonardo DiCaprio did not just dream of fame. He worked tirelessly, learning with each new role, determined to build a career that would be remembered not only for spectacular success, but also for genuine artistic value. His early life and career beginnings were like the prologue of an exciting novel, the story of a boy who chose a path full of challenges with the belief that one day he would become a legend. On the threshold of a new era, the world witnessed the birth of a legend. Leonardo DiCaprio, a young man whose passion for acting was already evident in his early works, stepped onto a set that would forever change the course of his career and life. It was Titanic, James Cameron's visionary work, a film that sought to revive one of the most tragic stories of the 20th century. In this epic of love, loss, and human endurance, DiCaprio was cast as Jack Dawson, a poor artist with a free spirit, whose fate becomes inextricably linked with the ship that promised dreams of a new world. With every frame, with every scene he appeared in, Leonardo wove a part of himself into Jack, conveying a deep emotional honesty that transcended the boundaries of the screen and touched the hearts of millions. His chemistry with Kate Winslet, who played Rose, was like a fire burning in the cold Atlantic night, enchanting and unforgettable. Their love story, though carved in tragedy, became a symbol of eternal love, courage, and hope. When Titanic finally sailed onto the big screens, the world was not ready for what would follow. The film shattered all box office records, becoming the most successful film of all time, a status it held for years. With 11 Oscars, including Best Picture, Titanic was not just a cinematic phenomenon, it was a cultural event that defined a generation. Yet amidst all the glory and applause, the heart of this success beat in the chest of Leonardo DiCaprio. His transformation from a young actor to a global superstar was swift, but not surprising to those who recognized his talent and dedication. DiCaprio did not just play a role. He lived every moment of Jack Dawson, breathing life into him that went beyond the confines of fiction. The path to superstardom for Leonardo DiCaprio was a journey filled with passion, dedication, and immense artistic expressiveness. Through his role in Titanic, he proved that he was capable of carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders, transforming every story into something magical, every role into an unforgettable experience. After conquering the world with his role in Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio was not content with just the shine and glamour that came his way. Instead, he turned to a deeper exploration of the human psyche through complex characters and stories that examined the dark corners of human experience. His insatiable appetite for challenges led him to collaborate with one of the greatest directors of our time, Martin Scorsese, marking the beginning of one of the most fruitful artistic partnerships in modern cinema. The first monumental work of this collaboration was Gangs of New York, an epic saga about the struggle for power and identity in the streets of early New York. As Amsterdam Vallon, DiCaprio managed to portray the complexity of a young man seeking revenge while searching for his place in the chaotic world around him. His performance was raw, emotional, and unforgettable, proving that his talent transcends the boundaries of the romantic roles that made him famous. Continuing his journey through history, DiCaprio then brought to life the character of Howard Hughes in The Aviator, the story of an eccentric genius and aviation pioneer. In this complex portrait of a man balancing between brilliance and madness, Leonardo showed incredible transformational ability, diving deep into the psyche of his character. His ability to convey Hughes's paranoia, passion for innovation, and struggle with mental health was so convincing that the audience could feel every emotion, every victory, and every tragedy. With Shutter Island, DiCaprio and Scorsese ventured into the dark waters of psychological thrillers, exploring the limits of the mind and reality. As Teddy Daniels, a U.S. Marshal investigating a patient's disappearance from a psychiatric hospital, Leonardo discovered a new level of intensity and depth. His performance, filled with paranoia, doubt, and despair, kept the audience on the edge of their seats, drawing them into a labyrinth of secrets and lies. However, the culmination of DiCaprio's collaboration with Scorsese came with The Wolf of Wall Street, a brutally honest depiction of greed, corruption, and downfall on Wall Street. As Jordan Belfort, Leonardo stepped into the skin of a man whose meteoric rise and fall symbolized the darkest aspects of the American dream. His performance, both charming and repulsive, unveiled the grotesque reality behind the glitter of wealth and power. Through this role, DiCaprio not only entertained, but also provoked critical thinking about morality and ethics in contemporary society. Each of these films, from Gangs of New York to The Wolf of Wall Street, not only highlighted DiCaprio's breadth and depth as an actor, but also expanded the boundaries of cinematic art. His ability to transform, deep emotional honesty and fearlessness in exploring complex, often controversial characters, cemented his place as one of the greatest actors of his generation. Also, through roles in films like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Revenant, and Killers of the Flower Moon, Leonardo DiCaprio has not just displayed cinematic excellence, he has written chapters in the annals of cinematography, leaving an indelible mark in the hearts of audiences and the history of film. The love life of Leonardo DiCaprio is as fascinating as his film career. Every woman who has passed through his heart was not just a fleeting figure, but a muse who has left an indelible mark on his journey through life. However, a few names particularly stood out, not only because of their own fame, but also because of the deep impact they had on Leonardo. Gisele Bündchen, the Brazilian supermodel, was one of the most significant relationships in Leonardo's life. Their love, which lasted in the early 2000s, was like a Hollywood fairy tale, with two exceptionally beautiful people at the peak of their careers. Their relationship, although it ultimately did not last, left a deep mark on Leonardo, becoming part of his emotional landscape. Bar Refaeli, another supermodel, held a special place in Leonardo's heart. Their relationship was periodic, with breaks and reconciliations, reflecting the dynamism and variability of Leonardo's life. Bar and Leonardo shared many moments of happiness and sorrow, exploring the world together while trying to find a balance between their public lives and private intimacy. It's no secret that Leonardo was also in a relationship with American actress Blake Lively. Although their romance was short-lived, it attracted significant public attention, showcasing a different side of Leonardo, one more inclined to the world of glamour and entertainment that Hollywood offers. While these relationships were the most prominent, Leonardo is known for his privacy regarding his love life, rarely sharing details with the world that constantly watches him. Each of these women, from Giselle to Blake, provided him with different perspectives on love, life, and art, contributing to the tapestry of emotions and experiences that define Leonardo DiCaprio not just as an actor, but as a person. Currently, he is in a relationship with the Italian model Vittoria Ceretti. We will see if she will forever capture his heart, or if Leo will continue to search for new love. As Leonardo DiCaprio built an impressive career in Hollywood, his passion for environmental protection grew ever stronger. The establishment of the Leonardo DiCaprio Foundation in 1998 marked the beginning of his journey as an activist, focused on combating climate change and preserving nature. He used his fame as a platform to raise awareness, directing the resources of his foundation to global projects, from the restoration of coral reefs to the protection of endangered species. His role as producer and narrator of the documentary Before the Flood was crucial in his efforts to inform the world about the consequences of climate change, calling for urgent action. DiCaprio didn't stop at the film screen. His passionate speeches at the United Nations as a spokesperson for climate change spurred leaders and individuals to global action. Leonardo's activism has shown that the dedication of an individual can impact global consciousness and initiate change. His unwavering commitment to protecting the planet has made him more than a movie star. He has become a symbol of hope and the fight for a better world, with his dedication to preserving the Earth continuing with great passion. Leonardo DiCaprio's journey from humble beginnings to the top of Hollywood continues to inspire many. His ability to constantly challenge himself through diverse roles, along with his steadfast environmental activism, makes him not just an outstanding actor, but also a significant figure in global discussions about the future of our planet. DiCaprio's career is proof that passion, dedication, and a desire for positive change can indeed make a difference in the world.